This guy just met tonight, and can I say about him? He owns a Tommy Hilfiger sweater. That's what I can say. Give it up for Geoff Redden, everybody!
Thank you so much. I think this is probably the 5th time we've met, so it's good to know I've made such a great impression. Happy New Year, everybody. We made it. It's 2023. The world still exists. We're here. Does anybody have any interesting New Year's resolutions for us? Nothing. Wow, you guys are really interesting. I love it. I made a couple New Year's resolutions last year. I hit both of them. Number 1, said I was going to lose 5 pounds, so I gained 10 and lost 5. Got that on technicality. Next one up, I said I was going to get a new job. So I quit my job, and I got a part-time job that pays way less. The missus was not excited about that, but I am a man of my word. So what was I to do, you know? So I'm thinking this year I'm trying to, I realized what I'm doing is my present self is able to outsmart my past self. And so what I'm doing this year is I'm making my New Year's resolutions airtight. Instead of setting a weight loss target this year I'm going to transcend physical reality and become a being of pure energy. My aura will be visible from outer space. The planets will align. All humanity will live in harmony, and the flowers will bloom all year round. So if anybody knows what drugs I need to take to make that happen, I'm starting to think I may have set the bar a little too high for this year. As far as jobs go, I've got a few schemes in the works. Haven't decided if I'm going to go pyramid or Ponzi, but I hear great things about both. So pretty soon I'm going to be slinging some overpriced knives, makeup, and NFTs. The only thing cheap around here is going to be my dignity. I'm giving that away for free. I need a new job though, so I can quiet quit it. If you haven't heard of it, quiet quitting, that's where you keep your job and you just do the bare minimum to not get fired. Isn't that the dream? I love how people talk about this like it's some new phenomenon. We haven't been doing it forever. People like to say, profits are at an all-time high. How can we make these miserable slobs still feel like failures? I know. We'll tell them they're all quitters, even when they show up and do what we tell them. But I have a rare condition. I'm not able to speak English to my boss after 5 p.m. Which is really tough, because I can't speak any other languages either. They'll call me up and I'll just say, English, no speak. I am a Korean. 안녕히계세요, which actually means goodbye in Korean. It's the only line I need to know in that situation. And on a totally unrelated note, I was laid off recently. Came out of nowhere. No, that's brutal. It's awful because it felt like I got dumped by a girl that I didn't even like. I was only there for the benefits. And it was a good-looking job to have on my resume, but I couldn't stand it. And they thought I was even worse than them. It's not you, it's me. Our company's just going through a lot of things right now, and we think it'd be best for both of us to just move on. Well, guess what? I got the last word because that company went under. They no longer exist. And I want to be very clear. I didn't do it. But I get why someone else would have. All right, thank you for laughing at those. Actually, I came up with a joke 3 o'clock this morning. I woke up and came up with a delirious, sleep-deprived joke. Would you all like to hear it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell it anyway. So, do you all know that person who makes their own beer, the brewmaster? Yeah, everybody knows one. They're in every circle group. Huh? Oh, we got one over here. Okay. And the thing about it is they always want you to try it. They need to help justify the terrible decisions they've made in their life. Somebody with a newborn baby, they need to give it to you. And I just get it. I'm like, this thing smells like piss. Can I just give it back to you before I drop it? And this guy I know who's a brewmaster, he likes to put a label on the beer to make it look more official.
Ew.
That makes it more marketable, you know? Except this guy's weird. He put a picture of Jesus on the label. And I was like, you know, I didn't think I could get any more uncomfortable drinking this beer, but here we are. And if, for all of you biblical scholars, sounds like we have some ex-Catholics in the room, that is the last thing Jesus would have wanted, using Jesus to market things. Like, that's what gets him flipping over tables and whipping people. Like, that's a real thing. What would Jesus do? That's it. So, like, we also know historically he was more of a wine guy. Like, he never turned water into bitter, chunky, homemade IPAs. Or maybe he did. Like, maybe that was his thing. And the apostles were just so fed up listening to him talk about it. They're like, you know what? Let's not put any of this in the book. In fact, that's probably why Judas betrayed him. He knew he was just about to drop his walk-on-water imperial stout. And he didn't want any of that. But that's my time. Thanks so much, everybody.